Hello everyone and welcome to another week of LaLiga Zone. I'm Jimmy Conrad, and despite this break in the action, it has been a lot of fun to be able to bring you some stories from the best league in the world, which looks to be starting again in June, which is very exciting news. But while we have some time before that happens, I want to show some love and affection for a player that has been absolutely terrific this season, as well as two legends who immediately made their teams and La Liga better once they stepped on the field. So let's get after it. Now it's time to highlight one of the best players of this season in La Liga Santander, presented by Sling TV. And this week, it's Barcelona's #1 goalkeeper Marc Ter Stegen, who joined the Catalan club in the summer of 2014 at the tender age of 22. And after 2 seasons of battling some injuries, and against Barca's other talented goalkeeper at that time, Claudio Bravo, for the #1 spot, he finally made the position his in 2016, and he just keeps getting better and better year after year, which helped the club win back-to-back La Liga trophies in 2018 and 2019, and here's what makes him special. He can do everything. He's good at coming off of his line for crosses or in one-on-one situations. He's got good feet, so he can be utilized in possession if Barcelona is under pressure playing out of the back. He reads the game extremely well. He's got great positioning and technique. He's brave, which is pretty important for a goalkeeper, and my most favorite trait, the guy has incredibly quick reflexes, which allows him to pull off some ridiculous saves, like this one against Atletico Madrid's Mario Hermoso at the Wanda earlier this season. I mean, what? How does that not go in? I feel like I've watched this highlight about 100 times, and I still don't know how he saves that. Also, what makes a save like this so important is that it helps Ter Stegen get in the heads of his opponents. They start to believe they can't score against him, and that gives his team confidence to go on and win the game, which they do quite a bit after he makes such clutch and timely saves, like against Atleti in that game I mentioned before, and with this double save that he made this season against Getafe, when Getafe was pressing for the match-tying goal. Instead, it secured all 3 points for Barcelona in their 2-1 win. So in short, the guy is a wall who never gives up on the play and who is always trying to push himself to get better, which has helped establish him as one of the world's best goalkeepers, and I love that about him. Anyway, that is the end of this week's edition of the best players from this season in La Liga Santander, but once your favorite league in the world starts up again, you can catch all the action on Sling TV, because Sling TV is the official partner of La Liga North America. Alright, so here we go, it's LaLiga Legend time, and more often than not, I highlight a striker, which makes sense because their success is easily quantified by the goals they scored during their careers, and these stats are easy to find and they live forever. However, there are other players who ply their trade in doing the thankless work that allows these strikers to be themselves that, for me, are the real MVPs of the team, the glue that keeps everything together. Which is why I have to give some love to Marco Senna. After being a bit of a late bloomer as he made the move from Brazil to Spain at the age of 26, I think that made him value this opportunity even more and made him mentally tougher, as he became a vital player for Villarreal for 11 seasons and eventually the captain. Once he got settled in as a regular starter in 2004, the club reached their highest ever heights at that time, finishing 3rd in the league, before he helped them get even closer to the top when they finished in 2nd in 2007-2008, which is still their best ever finish. But I don't think any of this success for the Yellow Submarine would have been possible without Senna in the team, because he could do it all. He could put the ball between Xavi's legs, which, if I had done that, I would show it to everyone all the time. I'd just whip out my phone and be like, look how good I used to be. And he could hold the ball under any type of pressure, which is an incredibly important trait for anyone that plays in the middle of the field, because it helps the team transition from defense to attack. And he can score from distance, which led to him banging in goals from outside the box for fun, and honestly, they should teach classes on his world-class technique. It is that clean and that good. And the guy was deadly on set pieces as well, either by assisting others or by scoring them himself. And you can just ask the best goalkeeper in La Liga history, Iker Casillas, if that is true or not, since Senna scored a few free kicks against him. So in short, I want to be like Marco Senna when I grew up because he was a fantastic player. Guess what's back? That's right, it's Jimmy's Translations, presented by PointsBet. Alright everyone, so here we go. Another week, another installment of Jimmy's Translations, and this week's word is ruleta, which means roulette in English, because as you see at the roulette table in casinos, the wheel goes around and around and around, and it's the same for the players, as they use the roulette to spin out of trouble. So it's a great move to use if you're under pressure because it helps you protect the ball while simultaneously moving into a new space. Also, and it has to be said, the roulette looks super cool too. So not only have you learned a new word, you got a new move that you can practice with all this free time you now have at home. So you're welcome. When all the clubs and players get ready to play in La Liga again, you have to make sure you're signed up and ready to go on PointsBet because it's the fastest sports betting app out there. So download the app now. All right, everyone, we have come to the end of LaLiga Zone for this week, so thank you for watching as always. And please be on the lookout for all the clubs in La Liga starting training very soon, with plans to begin the league again in June, which is awesome news. Also, be safe and smart out there, and I'll see you soon. Un abrazo.